taking on Gambit. And in my eyes, this could very well be one of the matches of the tournament. Honestly, right? I think there's a tremendous amount of like rich history between these squads, right? You know, Gambit as well. Well, just the level overall, actually, I'm going to say the level overall should be one of the highest that we've seen in the tournament so far.
You know, as far as hyping up games go, right, we had that Astralis Fnatic game yesterday, and I think, you know, especially, even though it was lower bracket, we were all expecting really good CS, we were expecting a really good level. I don't think we got that. It felt like a really sloppy game where there were a lot of mistakes. It was sometimes not even capitalization on the mistakes, and Fnatic ended up losing 2-1. But, I mean, there were chances for both teams to win that series. Astralis stomped Fnatic in the first map. They should have. They could have closed it on Nuke with a CT comeback that just fell apart at the end. And then Fnatic had chances going into overtime as well, as they pulled it back from a 4-round deficit. So it was all over the place. And, you know, if we're talking crazy Counter-Strike, then CIS is no better region to watch. Gambit taking on Entropiq. Here on Dust, we've got quite the CIS veto. I'm so excited for this one. Let's see what Gambit are bringing to the table on Dust 2. Their pick, T-side start, and the CTs will meet them right up middle.
Yeah, action right away, mate. No waiting around here. Nickelback wants this trade, but it's going to elude him. And so Gambit managed to skirt on out of there with the man advantage. Now getting past long. They only have this one smoke, so there's a bit of a gap, but you can chance that. And they do manage to get into the site. This is going to be nice for Gambit. Bit of a rough one for Entropiq as they all come in through the catwalk. Everybody from this position. Right now, that's not info that Gambit have. They're starting to hear the footsteps. They might start to suspect, and you can see Shiro's coming back from long. Oh, Axile dead, and suddenly this is starting to spiral. This is starting to get weird. Elian, the last guy remaining, dropping into CT. Probably lost it to time if, you know, the getting shot in the face wasn't a big enough problem.
That will help.
And yeah, that's a little pistol locked in for Gambit.
Yeah. One smoke on the cross, forgivable, and a pistol, but we won't see that in gun rounds, surely. It's just about maximizing armor and P250s, and we see Inters tear through them in that pistol round. I like how Gambit don't get stuck in on that mid-fight. They know they've got the man up. As long as they keep that, long is free, and A is theirs. Full eco in the second. Entropiq barely by. And look at Hobbit smoking middle as well, just showing that, you know, this new Dust 2, it's so expected to see CTs get aggressive. This time it's the T's, though, just running through B. Nice try from Nickelback. Does a lot of damage to Axile, but can't stop him. And that top mid smoke, Crad will use it, but he's being baited into nothing. Hobbit's in T-spawn right now, and he's not going to let this B flank go down. Entropiq will try, but Hobbit has that hearing. He can get ready for the angle. It's a free kill. Where that came from, perhaps. Trying to farm some money. The jump is good to get the info. Hobbit, ooh, 3 health. And 2 low players, but it's still no sweat for Gambit as they take the second round. Entropiq coming in with guns in the third, though. Sooner the better.
Yeah, you know, we often make the comment that CS can feel like a chess game.
Yeah.
What piece would Hobbit be, though?
Ooh. Ooh, the king, right?
No,
I don't know. What, like?
Because I think Nafany surely is to be the king, right? He's the dude like directing the, you know, if you think about chess in real terms, maybe it's he's the one like directing the flow.
I'm no expert. Maybe the queen then.
Oh, could be the queen because he is like a bit of a, he can do a bit of everything. Can Hobbit? Yeah. Oh, that's a good one, Hugo. The Queen of Gambit, the Queen's Gambit. Wow,
yeah, there we go.
Look at that.
Wow, no way. Shout out chess.com as well. They made some CS memes, and they you know, they had some interactions on Twitter with this
Chess,
account.
if you're watching this,
yeah,
I've always appreciated your work, bud.
Yeah, keep it up, Chess. Keep killing it. Keep moving those pieces around the board, man. I do love a bit of chess. Who doesn't? I'm not good. I'm not any good. But
dude, you're a top 200 grandmaster.
Yeah, but I don't like to flex it, Harry.
Don't undersell yourself, bro. Don't get me wrong. Like, you're not best in the world.
It's like Counter-Strike. The Russians are always better than you.
Yeah,
there's nothing you can do about it.
That's true, yeah.
If Chess and CS have one thing in common, it is that CIS will rule, and there's nothing you can do. Gambit trading out long. Oh, nope. I'll keep that AK, thank you very much. Got a care middle, there might be some reaggression. Lucky though, making that rotate. Nafany's holding for B. If Gambit don't like what they see, they can double back into the site. Instead, for now, Catwalk gets taken. Elian has a glass AWP, and he sits back on the long side, watching this cross. Guns get swapped, putting the AKs in full health players, and this is a lovely aggressive play for Nickelback. Backstab, and with the cat smoke going down, that's all the info. He could have flanked B, but now Gambit are going to be, Entropiq are going to be calling, watch out towards the short side, and if this bomb gets dropped at 30 seconds, Nickelback could really throw a spanner in the works.
Oh, yeah, and the bomb, last man in, it will get taken down. They're trying to retrieve it through that smoke. Shiro, even though he's been able to get it, he's playing for the trade. He wants to deal with this short player. He wants to get rid of Nickelback, and I don't think he realized how much longer was left on the smoke, because eventually he does just have to back up and get this bomb planted, right? You don't have forever. Nafany was waiting in lower tunnels the entire damn round, and so Shiro needs to stay alive in the site. He catches Forrester on the jump to CT. But with Shiro dead, Nafany's got a clutch, jumping Mach 10, baby!
Close.
It's close. It's a lot of damage. But in the end, Entropiq get it over the line.
Yeah, that's an awkward one there, right? But very decisive for Entropiq. When Nickelback gets the info and drops the bomb, and we have that lull in the action with Shiro waiting in the smoke. The entire Entropiq team is retaking up short, leaving B, grouping quickly. And so Gambit don't really get much time to hang around. And stuck in spawn with a Mach 10. Nice try on the jumps, but doesn't come down to you at that point. It comes down to luck.
Yeah, that was just the bonus round attempt, right? Now you got the all the little pieces.
Big pieces, actually.
Big pieces, big green. Nafany.
Oh, dear.
Oh, it's hot. It's hot. It's heavy. And Nickelback's pulling up, baby. Him and Lackey gonna lock this round in. You'd like to think, right? Little triple kill over towards long to open up the first proper buy round for Gambit. That's kind of brutal. And you might never even give this round a go. That's kind of insane to think, right? Like, you try to go long, a long rush, you lose everybody. Oh.
Yeah, turns into quite a short rush, actually. Stopped at the first hurdle.
Not to be confused with short dust.
Yes.
Which is a very gross environment.
What, dust in your shorts or the area on the map?
No, like... short dust, like the wingman.
Oh, the map. Okay, yeah.
Come on, dog. We play it all the time.
Oh, it's dust. It's called DUST2, actually.
Well, no, that's the name of the official map,
Yeah.
but the wingman one is short dust. Hugo.
Short dust. Oh.
Yeah, it is horrible, isn't it? There's a lot of grimy boosts. I learned that when having to do those challenges for the coin that I didn't care about, but Hugo does deeply.
You know, it's sunken costs at this point. I'm so deep into getting the diamond coins for every
Did you get diamond coins?
Yeah, of course I got diamond
Oh,
coins.
dude, all of mine are just silver because I just get the rewards
you're like,
for...
I'll do this, I'll do it. And then
No, I
you get bored
don't. I don't want to do it.
No, you just do the wingman. So
I just do the ones that are fun. I'm not going to hop into a flying scoutsman versus a guy who's, you know, the aim of Nico while the game sense of... Oh, who could I pick? Yeah, you know, like your average silver one.
Yeah.
That's good. I didn't have to name a name.
No. Yeah, no, missions aren't fun. I agree. Missions. That's one sad thing about the operations. Missions just, they're not fun.
Well,
they're just
it
not
feels...
enjoyable
Okay, let's just have a little brutal conversation.
Yeah,
a little brutal truth while Gambit... No. I love the people who made this game, but it could be better. There's no denying it.
Yeah.
I don't think we have to give them too much flack.
No,
but
of course.
I think they, you know... Right, so
Thoughts?
why have operations regressed? We used to get more for our money.
Yeah.
Whereas nowadays it's like, here's a bunch of boring stuff you got to do.
Play deathmatch for 3 hours.
Yeah,
Oh, fine,
but it's like it used to be. You got a cool booklet, tracked all your stats. There were little missions. You know, the missions were a big part of it.
I don't want to be pessimistic, but you know, we all know the real answer.
Well, because you can make more money for less work.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Who doesn't like that? Those are great odds, Harry. More money, less work. Sign me up.
Oh, Shiro. He's looking to do big work with the AWP. Boosted up early on, but nothing found from it. Catches the info the players are crossing. That's really the extent of it.
Yeah, Hobby gets bopped by that HE grenade. He's going to have to bounce out. Gambit's still defaulting. Got to care lower with that mid-smoke, but you've really always got to care lower in the new DUST2. Gambit going to keep crawling out, boosting the AWP up to take this wide angle. That's one way to stop Elliot in his tracks, but he's back on Cat. Could be a lovely round of hit B here for Gambit. They're just doing the default and clearing out middle. First DUST2 of the event. It's been a while. Didn't get a single one back in Kiev. So haven't casted DUST this year. Feels strange. Haven't played it in about 3.
Yeah, mate. We go on it, and Hugo's like, "Wow, look at the changes. I haven't even
the doors
seen them.
are wooden.
The doors are
The doors are wooden.
wood, and look at the B door. What happened there? Right, little nade.
Whoa,
That's a lot of damage, man. Dude, nades in this round, like, no one's even really fought or seen each other yet, but the nades have brought 4 players down to 50 HP, mate. That is mental for Entropiq. You're left with a Cat exec, you know, you got the util to do it. That part's undeniable, but instead they're just going to run boost over Nickel back. It's damage. Only a 1-for-1 though. Elian's AWP back in the sight, and Krad's caught sleeping at the wheel. How on earth have Gambit turned this one around?
I can't even blame Krad for that. He's got running 1D'd by Hobbit, and the run boost, if it was a second earlier, it would have certainly killed Nickelback for free. He had a molly out. It went out at just the right time, and even though the opener came for Entropiq with all that nade damage earlier in the round, Gambit just flexed their muscles, double headshots into A. The AWP is theirs. The round is won. Entropiq are left saving. Hobbit's even re-wrapped a T-spawn, trying to stop aggressive CTs up through the B tunnel. Shiro's thrown one of the AWPs out the map, and Gambit are laughing all the way to the bank. 3rd round on this T side. And yeah, you know, do still expect a competitive series here today, especially with the map pool. I find it super interesting that Vertigo's gone from this one. Gambit obviously a little bit ruffled, want to go back somewhat to the drawing board with that map perhaps after conceding it to complexity just the other day. And we thought, damn, dude, complexity looks sick. And then they kind of got wrecked by Ecstatic. Obviously extenuating circumstances, but even so, I don't think Gambit wanted to take that risk, as you said. As far as maps have gone between these two teams, you know, in that V4 final, Mirage and Overpass were won by Entropiq. Otherwise, Gambit kind of have their number. And for the most part, usually those Vertigo games go close, if not get picked up by Entropiq. So, yeah, it's still going to be a hard match for Entropiq, but the veto maybe makes it a little bit easier. However, DUST, damn, should be a bit of a lock-in, you'd like to think. Ooh, bit of a duel out long, Krad. Going to go back, not wanting to give up a 5-on-4. Hinge Smoke is going to let Gambit get up the catwalk as they come heavy from the lower tunnels. Axel will need to eventually go back to get that bomb, so fortunate that he did live to Krad. No HEs here for Entropiq, and they were the make and somewhat the break of Gambit last round. Not that it stopped them, but who doesn't love free, unaccounted damage? Hobbit creeping the cat smoke, trying to catch Krad with nades out. Krad's ready for this angle, but I like what Hobbit's doing here. He's very committed. Got to hit this instant headshot. But he's even low himself. He's a one-shot to the A1S, so Krad spotted him, spamming. Hobbit gets out for free. 40 seconds. Inters turns from a flashbang, and that's when Nickelback peaks. Counter-Strike timed right there. Nice shot to Lackey, but Nickelback swings through the smoke, and it's up to the cat play. Krad tucked in, dodges the flash. Hobbit swings and doubles up. There's still a chance for Gambit. They're scared along. It will have to be a safe plant unless they figure that one out, and so in it comes, forcing Hobbit and Nafany to play inside the site for the post plant.
Oh, Forrester creeping up through CT. Nickelback's going to make first contact over at long. Maybe that draws a little more attention away. And yeah, Nafany dead. Hobbit, that's ugly. And Nickelback with the ace, baby. Look at him go.
He's everywhere. He's swinging the CT smoke in mid, and then he's retaking off long. This guy's got fast feet, fast fingers.
You know, it's classic Nickelback, mate. Everyone loves him. Both the guy and the group.
Yeah.
And you a big Nickelback fan? Here you go.
I know that one song that got really popular, and I couldn't name another.
What one was it?
Hey,
the club was never good. It's like the bottom of the line, and I'm never gonna win.
Life didn't turn out
quite the way I wanted to be.
Tell me what you want.
I want a Shiro here. He's holding down middle, but he can't.
Okay, we can cut it off. We can cut it off. Right. It sounds better in your head.
Yeah, that's very, very true. Elian waiting. Right, the duel happened right away, but no one's wanted out. Shiro's attempted it a couple of times now. And these mid doors, that big block, that big old Tetris piece, gonna get in the way.
Ooh.
Long doors aggression.
Tell me what you need.
Someone clip that, take it out of context, and set it as your ringtone.
Still very slow as the resmokes come in. Nafany up on the catwalk with Hobbit. Is Hobbit going to try and creep this smoke again, look for a pick? It's one way to do it, but not this round. Perhaps Elian scoped off, very safe. He can retreat off this angle. Flashes will be a problem. Turning back, trying to stop them before they cross in. Good duck as Hobbit gets behind Gandalf. Elian can't do a thing about it. He at least has that long control. Pushed in his Crad, so, you know, Crad's not going to re-aggress with A getting taken, and if Axel wants to stop him, he has to lurk back in long. Meanwhile, the bomb's in B tunnel. This is all a fake for Gambit right now, but they're so committed up catwalk. I don't know how Shira's supposed to win this on his own. Inters, that sells this harder. He's going to try and drop some grenades. Hobbit's still stuck out on Cat. Shira can just walk into B right now, and Hobbit is selling this so hard. B is free, and Hobbit is killing everyone. Elian swinging. What? That's sick. One bullet.
Oh no!
Another bomb comes up, Cat.
Lucky.
Kill him.
Oh, they do get him back under control. I thought it was going to be a round of players getting made on either which side, but in the end, Hobbit's the guy stealing all the limelight, as the Queen's Gambit often does.
Dude, that's insane. What a shot from Hobbit. And, like, what's Elian doing? He thinks he has cover from the smoke. No, 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 baby, no. Check this tap from Hobbit. Check this real quick. Bop. Last damn bullet.
Shiro. Oh, bro, that was his best chance yet to find the opener. Gambit fighting on all fronts right now. Can sometimes come back to haunt you, but they will start to group. Starting to move over here towards middle. Shiro. Bit of a troublesome start to this one, but now scoped up with this AWP, weapon of choice, holding for a dig peek in middle. You'd like to think there's no way he can let this one slip by.
Oh, the little re-aggro Cat.
Oh, the tunnels push is nice from Lackey. Timing on that's pretty juicy, and they're actually, they're one step ahead of this one, Hugo. They're one step ahead, moving into CT, aggroing on the catwalk as well. They've even, okay, Shiro, don't know how you saw that guy, but he does. And yeah, it's only Nickelback left. He's already got one ace to his name, but something tells me, you know, might be a one-hit wonder for this guy. There's Hobbit on the receiving end of that dig, and now you're going to get out of there with the AK.
Been there, done that. Bomb planted, and yeah, Gambit are coming for this. They don't have a huge wealth of money, but they also don't want him to have that either. And Nickelback, there's only so many spots he can be. There's Pit or... No, that's it. Just Pit. So, in come Gambit. Not in a hurry, though. Take the last second. Or not at all. And give Nickelback what he wants. 5 rounds to Gambit. Really good T-side start on this map so far. Oh, it's just making you a bit scared, isn't it? Smoke gets used. And
yeah, there comes a point where you just play hide and seek. You just full commit to it, right? You can hide, but you can't run. It's actually the opposite rules to normal. And luckily enough, Nickelback got the memo.
Well, this buy is going to be pretty garbo. Elian saving for the AWP. No armor on the scout. Crowd, same story. Nickelback, the one true hero. Elian hoping for a jump. Hoping for anything, and he might get it. Oh, the swing gets the tag. It's not much. Nafi down to 50, and Elian has to bound out. Gambit just been doing a lot of defaulting in the early round, so Entropiq's aggression has been denied on all fronts, and Hobbit makes that case once again, stopping Forrester to push the B tunnels. And Gambit just waltz in right now. Honestly, B has been open pretty much all map, Harry. Entropiq have just not been playing towards it, and it's still not helped them. It's not like Gambit have even exploited that gap. Trade of damage, 99 in 1 for Shiro. Just unlucky, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that scout still gets to be a threat in this round at the very, very least. With 2 of these players tagged up, that scout's going to hit like an AWP to some of them. Gambit looking like they are just going to group for this B play, though. Right after taking lower tunnels control away early, they know they've got this path of rotation, and Hobbit has found the opener.
There it is.
Just going to bow out and save this one. Entropiq, let a 6th sail on by.
It's an awkward save, though. Elian saved for the AWP himself in terms of money, so
yeah.
he doesn't even need to get away with his scout. Like, I would imagine he's going to upgrade it anyway. You may as well throw yourself in, try and like go T-spawn and watch upper tunnels or something. Yeah, well, Gambit already taking this space before Entropiq get there. The only guy who really needs to save is Nickelback. So here they come. Entropiq might think they're safe, but they are far from it. Axel's moving up through T-spawn. Easy peasy. And, oh, Nickelback, don't die! Okay, now Elian needs to save that gun. I don't like that peek from Nickelback at all. Like, that's the one AK. They can buy anyway, but it's a zero impact fight. You kill them, you go, okay, I killed one, I guess. Now they still have everything. And now Lackey has low money. Like, that's a zero impact fight. You win it, and nothing changes.
I agree with the point, sorry. I just love the way you talk, man.
Yeah.
It's so dry.
It was a bit aggressive.
It's so dry.
It's a bit personal.
Right. Okay. We got the reinvestment looming, but there's no denying that this could spiral out of control very, very quickly. 6-3 might not feel like you're miles behind, but on a CT side where saves are starting to get heavily encouraged, you're feeling wary about attempting a lot of these retakes. And you're never going to have a chance to establish your money if you don't win clean rounds soon. And that's going to have to be up against the rifles for Gambit to make matters worse. It is a rough spot to be in. They get Nafany out in mid. I love this. We had a similar play just the other day, I'm pretty sure. I think it was... Oh, wait.
We haven't cast DUST this year, Harry. Do you mean a different map?
No, I definitely did with Maui.
Oh, maybe you did.
Yeah.
Yes, of course, you did. Yes.
Yeah, Hugo.
Sorry, I haven't cast DUST this year.
Hugo, trying to throw me under the bus fund.
That was Cole Gambit as well.
It was
probably the same play. It was probably the same play, Harry, but...
No, it was actually Grim getting in that corner.
Well, it's all to be forgotten.
Here we go. Elian, mollied out, but he's still peeking it with the orb. Ooh, that's nice. Right.
Yeah, he knows Hobbit's been doing it. Hobbit's been really trying to get away with a lot on A, and I respect it. Finally, first time he's put down. And talking of down, well, that's where Axel's gone down to the ground in CT. Crad covers and keeps Elian up. Still follows up. That's a lovely couple of shots out of Crad. He's going to lose his AWP eventually. Now it's Shiro in a clutch. Oh, we know not to count this guy out, but that bomb is loose down lower, and 20 seconds means time is off. Oh, dear! Not another. And that's going to be a round for Entropiq, although it doesn't feel like it. Nice try out of Shiro. Hit all the shots he could. If that bomb was not dropped down, that's certainly a Shiro round, or at least it feels like it. Reinvestment from Entropiq, but only because they won. It's not pretty in terms of utility. To think that the nades in the early game were doing them so many favors, they can barely buy them up right now. Gambit are in no stress, not yet, at least. Nickelback really taking this game into his own hands, right? He has been the top performer for Entropiq. He's 3-1 in opening duels right now. He had that ace as well. Only player in double digits for Entropiq. And again, not like often the guy you need up there. Usually going to be looking at someone like Elian, who's had the AWP on the cross a couple of times, but has mostly been avoided. And Gambit, especially in these last couple, starting to abuse middle and B a little bit more. It's not going to do any favors to Elian's AWP. He is back on the long side, but he might have to go cat, because no flashes to set his team up, and no spawn either, so he's alone. Long is locked down by Entropiq, and they don't, I like that, they don't wait too long. They just put Lackey in pit, and they bound out, knowing the blue is clear with that Molotov. Entropiq now lean towards middle. Gambit again defaulting in no hurry, going to be able to get up cat, but you know who will meet them there? This little boost. It's perfect. And it's not too high up either. He stays crouched. Crad stays crouched on his teammate's head, so it's just going to be absolutely fine. Hobbit can't see back, and the man who's really been making the difference and opening up these rounds is gone. Nafany just disrespect walks as a smoke fades, and Crad's mental timing isn't there. He should not be ready for that. And so it's traded by Gambit into a 4-on-4.
Yeah, Entropiq have been pretty active, though, with taking this this short position in response to seeing activity in mid, right? They're always keen to get info on one side of the map, be it tunnels or the short side. However, Forrester was caught in kind of a bit of, to call it a rotation is wrong, he's just repositioning within the B site, right? Trying to get himself into a spot where he can hold both mid and the tunnels, and that's when the call comes in. Well, they're not up cat. It's looking like a B play, and right as he turns around, they're already in. I want to draw some attention to Hobbit here. We saw him take pathing that, you know, it's actually very, very common to see Bit on Na'Vi use whenever he goes for a tunnels play, right? Because obviously in 2022, since the DUST2 changes occurred, it's actually very easy for CTs to push lower tunnels, and it's not terribly uncommon. So you do actually need to take that control actively as a T, right? Gone are the days where you can have an AWP posted mid, you can guarantee that no one's made it there. So I want to just draw attention to that. You can see like a Na'Vi influence in a lot of teams. I think it's pretty apparent. Hobbit, very good pathed. So what he does is, he is the B spawn, he runs the tunnels, he hugs the left-hand side wall in the event that anyone comes up the stairs. You also had another player leading that way with him, so they could play the trade from deeper in the tunnel. And then he throws a little like rebound flash off the stairs wall to help him clear out lower, and then he jump peeks cat to make sure that no one's gone on the aggro push there. Really nice pathing out of Hobbit, I love it. It's a bit of a shame that then he gets wrecked by the boost, right? You do everything correct, and then some little gimmick can get used against you.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, look, this time you don't have that player, right? Hobbit didn't have the spawn for it, and so he gets caught by them being a little deeper than he's ready for. You see him trying to cross to that left side. It's only a tag for Elliot. Enters, down and out for the count, but Crad runs at you through the Molotov and takes the head off of Nafany. We're left in a 2-on-2, and if you don't catch someone crossing, you still might be tempted to trade. It's far worse than that. They lose Elliot. Now, Crad should still be able to grab this AWP from mid, but it's risky. You know, Gambit are aware that he's going to want to save here. They're one step ahead of it, and they're not actually peeking. Instead, they're already hunting. They weren't looking to use the AWP as bait. They figured it probably already got picked up. And instead, they've gone aggro on Cat. This is going to leave Axel in a bit of a better position to go hunting for this last man. Yeah, something I want to draw attention to. Once again, I want to credit Mahone. I learned this from one of his videos. It was actually really good. I'm not a DUST2 player, so it was nice to get some knowledge. There's a box in T-Spawn. Maybe after this save, we could go to like an overview camera of T-Spawn. I don't know. Actually, the observer's been great.
Yeah, just make the point. I believe in you, Harry. You got this.
Don't worry. We're just going to wait for the camera angle. The AWP's gone. Can we see? No. T-Spawn. Is there one like a little higher? Yeah, this is fine. So you see that box here?
That box?
These boxes? Yeah. If you spawn on the left side or like just more to the left of the center, you will beat the CTs to lower tunnel. And so you can get to that left side wall ahead of them. But because Hobbit had like one of these wider spawns, they get there first. And so while he's trying to get set up, he gets beaten on that timing to lower. So just something to keep an eye on. Whenever you know which guy likes to lean towards B, watch out for where their spawns are and see if that affects, you know, how they look to play it. Like this round, for example, Gambit elected to send Nafany down here as a result of getting burnt by that in the last round. So just a little thing to know.
Yeah, for all you puggers out there, for all you puggers at home. Man, there's so much to talk about in these last couple of rounds, but it's the one thing I'll take away from it is it's really nice to see Gambit just starting to abuse B. Early in the half, they were just doing all these cat takes. Hobbit was walking out short smokes. We were seeing long lurkers from Axel. But, you know, the whole game, Entropiq have had a solo B hold, and Gambit have never really tried to exploit it. It's the temptation gained by, I think it was Nafany, who walks out mid and gets that trade kill on the B player, or the mid to B player, and then, you know, Gambit just run into B because they know it's max 1. And like they could have been doing that all half, and they still probably might as they found that gap. I just love watching this team play. Even how they took that 2-on-2 at long, where Elian's in spawn trying to AWP the cross, and I think it was Axel jumps, and then Shiro just instantly scopes on the corner. Crouch peeks into Elian, who fired his shot. Like, even if Axel knows I might die doing this play, but Shiro has to trade, and he will trade. But it's even better than that. It's no for one. They just get away with a kill. So lots of really cool ideas for Gambit right now. 8-4, running the board, and no utility here as his pop comes in. They're going to wait a little bit on this short corner for Nafny, who's working it, but he gets swung from CT. They've done that too many times. Entropiq are ready. Axel does get a kill into Forrester, equalizing that bomb, making it up from the corner to the site. It can be a cat plant if they want, and out it goes, perfect for short. And Hobbit on a late lurk, he can either play the bomb or he can come backstab these CT players. It will be the latter of two. Lackey dead. He doesn't know it yet. Running the Molotov, and it's Axel who gets that kill up from catwalk. Forget about Hobbit. It never happened. 4 frags for Axel. AWP saved. Game is locked in 9-4. And this is excellent for Gambit right now. It's everything you would have wanted and more. 3K a player, and Entropiq have to play for the last of the half.
Oh, yeah, man. And you know, this was always your big worry. The moment Gambit got in control of the money, these were the rounds you were going to get left with. They do make it into lower...
Oh, Craddy boy.
Blinder hit by the Deagle. All right, not going to spiral out of control just yet, but it certainly has potential to do so. You know, think of it this way. Right now, Gambit aquaplaning or whatever it's called. You know, the one where you start to lose control of a car over a body of water. Ooh, you're no longer getting grip.
I've never
You're trying to regain some element of control here. And well, luckily enough, Nafany's applied the handbrake. Not the right move, by the way. Shift gears down. Here we go. Crad dead over on Cat.
So wait.
That's Gambit up to 10.
I need that breakdown. So if I'm ever driving across a river, what do I do?
No. It's just like
wet roads.
You get like surface tension, right? And so well, that's the wrong word again, but still, basically, you know what happens is your wheels technically like stop making contact with the road. You aquaplane, you're surfing the water, and if that ever happens, changing gears down actually shifts the momentum of the motor vehicle such that it's expelling energy. The brakes will no longer work because if the wheels stop moving, the car's still sliding.
Yeah.
So just change gears down. You'll be golden.
Good
You'll
safety
be good.
tip for all you drivers out there. Harry's teaching you how to take tunnels. He's teaching you how to not crash.
I'm doing it all.
Yeah, really. You're learning a lot today.
You would have loved that rebound flash, right? The one that we've seen Hobbit throw a couple of times to help him clear the lower tunnels. That would have really come in handy. But Nafany tries to do it contact. Maybe wasn't anticipating any more tunnels aggression after it came out last round, but Entropiq have gone back to it.
Yeah, a lot of space is going to let you stack this A site now for Entropiq, but is that really going to be enough? Gambit have walked into plenty of numbers before. They have a Molotov for the car. They have more than enough. That's a nice pick for Nickelback. Flick shot onto Axel in the pit. Elian's got his other AWP, and he's going to get a freebie running up Catwalk. It's Hobbit giving it up. Good flash. Crad setup. And I like how he doesn't wait forever to reveal that car position. Too often will that get Molotoved and you'll be left with 2 or 3 eyes on you. Instead, he's the one to get activated. Smoke now down. And if Shiro wants to molly him, there can be a repeat from Nickelback to cover. So pretty rough spot. Shiro almost 1v4'd. Why not get it done for the last of the half? 2 kills. This would be the ace. He knows there's a double AWP. He has the util, but Shiro doesn't want to dilly-dally with nades. He wants to take that
If he slow peeks this, he's screwed.
Oh, he ain't slow peeking it. He quick peeking it. He knows the angle. And Nickelback hits it faster. He had that early warning. 5 for Entropiq. They hold on, man. Nickelback, hero of this game right now for Entropiq. 3 kills in that round. 14 and 9. He's had an ace. Can't really ask for more from the in-game leader of Entropiq. For Gambit, they're not worried.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I tell you what, right? So I want to comment on like a few tendencies that we've had. Nickelback has constantly looked really good in these Entropiq series, and you know he's not like one of these like low fragging players, not one of these low fragging leaders. But
what? That's despicable. That is actually despicable.
Yeah, that's kind of filthy, isn't it? But yeah, I feel like lately we've been getting really good performances out of Nickelback, as good as that is to see. I also wanted to comment on Shiro, right? He got a reputation as, oh my God. Leave him alone, bro.
He's doing it all.
I'm trying to talk about you right now, trying to give you credit for something else. And here he is, just tapping them out time and time again. It's another headshot.
Only Shiro dinks for the USP. Other people don't hit that shot that far. Nafany is taking the space. Shiro called, I dinked him. He's out of there. And so Nafany just walking on a big flank. Entropiq, the longer they wait on long, the less likely they are to succeed, and no one is even considering this flank play. Oh, he doesn't take it. He doesn't know it's a one-shot. He wants the insta-headshot, and so he'll take it too for Nafany. One more crossing, not for long. Hobbit with the smoke shot and Crad lurking, but this was only a play that would work if everything else did, and well, it hasn't. So Crad, got to do it on your own, buddy. Dink back, and Hobbit provides the cover. Gambit 11-5, and this game is slipping by the wayside.
Yeah, the point I was going to make about Shiro was that this guy, you know, kind of got a reputation as like a Jame 2.0, and I think that was a bit of a shame, because if anything, you know, some of the clutch potential we saw out of this guy, I'm really thinking back to like Katowice in 2020, was phenomenal. And then over time, he kind of became one of these more, you know, save-heavy players, would never attempt, you know, these like 1v2 clutches that he looked so good in. You know, if you remember that event, he almost outdid, I think it was Simple's clutch record.
Wow.
Of course, that was including results from the play-in, and technically there were 2 different events and different tiers. So,
and almost means he did it.
yeah, you know how it is. But
not bad, eh?
Point is, he was phenomenal in those clutches. Then we kind of saw that disappear. Well, if this tournament's anything to go by, feels like he's trying to go back to a more confident Shiro. I think we see him get involved a lot more. Think about T-side. He was constantly peeking mid, going for those early fights.
He's going back.
We saw him attempt almost every clutch.
Oh, they're close.
That's why Hobbit's here, mate. That's why Hobbit's here, to keep it clean. MP9 wants to make some money. Shiro is hungry, and they're going to feed the beast. He mows down the first 2, and now he's just begging for Hobbit to bail him out.
He was so assured by Hobbit on that corner. He pulls his knife. What a flex. What a guy. And yeah, Gambit, get rid of the pistols. They always should have. This is the gun round. This is really it for Entropiq. They've got to win this round, or Gambit are going to roll over them. On the bright side, it's a bit of a bonus, but Shiro, I'm expecting him to just pull the AWP into this. Screw the MP9 save. Screw the bonus round. There it is, right in play. Krieg in middle for Elian, trying to stop top mid aggression, but even he won't be bold enough to fight down the doors. Nafany caught in the open, just trying to cross with the SMG, but flashed out Forrester, makes it to pit. Can he get any further? No. Hobbit will stop him and could even flash his teammate through this smoke. Why not? You got nothing to lose. MP9 pops in, but Lackey turned from the flash and does get that kill. Entropiq have done a good job on long, and that smoke has cut off angles for Shiro. He's yet to fire the AWP. They might not know. Now they do, and they get an early warning for free. The repeaks are going to be tapered at best, and maybe even enforced by flashbangs. No, Shiro comes to them. Don't tell me he's going to get away with it. 2 wallbanged. He was aiming at the right place.
So ready.
He was ready to uncrouch and end Krad's life, but drive by. It's a 2-on-2 now, and Gambit have activated the big flank.
Yeah, I mean, Hobbit's low, right? This is probably his best chance to find impact, is hitting some timing out through long. Only problem is Nickelback, 1 step ahead, is holding on to that wraparound. It's going to leave it all on Inters, who's pushing up right now. That molly forces a wider swing out of him. Nickelback holding for it, but isn't ready. And Inters is now in with a chance. Flash goes high. Crad will dodge it, and
nice.
Inters with the clutch. 1v2 goes the way of Gambit. The AWP gets saved, and they're up onto 13. Entropiq, they had chances there. They had themselves in a really good spot, right? They found the 2 openers. Things were looking good. Want to draw more attention to Shiro as well, right? This is, you know, I say, yeah, it looks like we're seeing a more confident Shiro. Well, then he repositions from sight, which is by far the safer angle to go and do this. And he was ready for shot number 3. I'm very excited if this is the Shiro that keeps making appearances for Gambit. I really am. I think he's realized, like, look, if you really want to go toe-to-toe with the big guy, I'm not talking about God, I'm talking about Simple, which is one in the same, it feels like. Yeah. You know, you can't get in your head. You got to be confident in your ability to win those kind of fights.
Simple is omnipotent as hell, and Axel does
he potent, all right.
Yeah, he potent. He got that stank in the server. Forrester, they don't know he's out. They think he's locked out of the long position. Flash will do nothing, but still, Axel, that was a good flash, by the way. The reason it doesn't do anything is those little tin roofs that we even see here in T-Spawn over the top of long save him from, you know, blinding. They do great work for his retinas, but not much else as Axel comes in with a kill. He had no idea Forrester gotten out. And 13-5. with a desperate buy anyway. Missed shot on the flick. Shiro's going to smoke off mid. Let them up Cat if he wants. Crad could swing, but Shiro swapping sides, trying to rotate to get ahead of what is a Cat play. But is it? Axel's found out the hard way. Crad clears middle. He heard that rotate, and Axel knew that he was about to get peeked, but already low and at a bit of a weird angle. Now going back to B is Crad, so Entropiq, if they don't like what they see on Cat, they can double back. But inside of the smoke is Nafany with a double, and that's going to really complicate matters. Would love to smoke. Elian goes back to pick one up. But I imagine he'll drop back into B, and Gambit have already read this. It's just going to be Elian lurking the A play. Krad's walked the smoke, now Elian's got to commit. Shiro's peeled back to spawn, but Elian doesn't know this.
Yeah, might waste a bit of time clearing dead angles. He definitely heard something, right? You seem so
aware. They knew
aware.
Shiro rotated earlier.
Okay. Here we go. Elian with the plant. Shiro's already moving in. Getting real close, and oh yeah, Elian is not ready for it.
Yeah, you know, fair enough. All the reads there for Entropiq were really nice, right? From like hearing Shiro rotate to knowing there was probably another player in spawn. They kill Axile. They didn't want to go into the AWP anyway. Crowd attempts to lurk B, but Gambit, what a read. Like, we never saw a read like that for Entropiq where they had 2B in a 3-on-3 and Gambit walked in. To be fair, Gambit didn't really abuse B as much as they definitely could have. The only round we saw like Inters pop in a couple of times when Nafany would get a mid pick, and you know that Entropiq are leading 3A with the AWP. They did every round, and so you know there was no necessity to you know lean B for Entropiq, but at the same time Gambit, the 3 times they went B, it was the easiest rounds of them all. One kill that can decide it. Forrester, what's he looking at here? Is he okay? He's looking at something, all right. Or his opponent's very tall. That is probably not the case, however.
Yeah, he's just hallucinating right now. Whoa. Anyone else see that giant over at long?
Yeah, I know Shiro's nuts, but, you know, everyone's the same height in Counter-Strike. Oh, that could be nice.
Oh.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to bring you down to the one-shot headshot range of these M4s, so a nade served its purpose in that essence.
What is the plan here? You just don't have enough util to run anything interesting. Krad's just getting smoke spammed on B. They throw one of their 2 smokes for the cat pop. This isn't selling anything, Krad. Hate to break it to you. They're even going to hear you run away as Inters is tucked close tunnel, and Nafany baits for him by throwing utility. Utility that he got dropped earlier, so he has 2 sets of nades on the B bomb site. Shiro sees the flash, turns back, and he doesn't miss those. Elian couldn't hit the cross shots. Shiro will chow down. Lackey gets hit by that second bullet. Not for much. Headshots needed now. It's not the right gun for this job. Lackey can't clean the kill, and Shiro pops him through the smoke in the face. Forrester will trade, and he even flicks back. Nice shots. Has Forrester just given Entropiq a way in?
Axile's so suspicious. Remember they heard Krad leaving the tunnels? Well, he was aware the whole damn time of the potential of this long wrap. Yeah, this is looking really, really good for Gambit, man. This has given me a lot more faith in the squad as well. You know, that cold game, they get put through their paces. It kind of leaves you wondering, was there something amiss there?
Just a warm-up, man. Just a warm-up.
And I mean, bro, like, I don't know, Shiro's come into this year. He's not content with where he was on the HLTV player list. He wanted to be higher ranked. Also, not the first time we've seen him land those kind of shots in that game versus the Complexity guys. Yes. He managed a 3K from that exact position, mate. Lit them all up as they're on those little finicky headshot angles. I don't know how he makes it look so easy with the AWP, and it's going to leave us with a bit of a B rush, Hugo, potentially to close this one out.
Oh,
they go running in, mate, and Lackey dead. Elian basically dead, and there's Inters to finish the job.
Kill confirmed.
This is looking like a very dominant victory for Gambit. That's the bomb. And yeah, I think Entropiq are a bit checked out of that round there, right? They know 3 on 5.
All right, guys, we'll save. We'll be back for Mirage. We're going to go save our guns. Maybe we can cross out of this map. Yeah, that was weird. Nickelback, like, it's not even like there was a late B recommit when his team spread out. No, he just ran in B with a bomb. And Forrest is scared of T-spawn, for crying out loud. That's what your teammate is. Oh dear, this is how it's shown, and this is how it's going for Entropiq. Elian's had a bit of a stinker here as well. 5 and 17, not really done much with the AWP. Gambit have done a really good job for shutting him out when he was on that long corner. And right now, this is just delaying the inevitable, we call it. Crad has some space, but he's going to get hurt. He has to drop shot this Spawn player, and Axile's been lights out today. Free B, and now Forrester, that's where he's heading, but it's anything but free. The nade will chew him. The flash, the spray, and the map for Gambit. 16 rounds to the 5 of Entropiq. It's not even close.
Yeah, that is a real feel-good game for Gambit. It was never even competitive. There was never even a point in that where they felt like that could have got out of hand. And those kind of wins, man, they